Have you ever wondered what's the most popular car in each state in America? Or better yet, what's the most distinctive car in each state? Because if you were to take a list of the most popular cars in each state in the US, the map would look something like this. Pretty boring, right? That being said, what car was the most distinctive in each state? What model of car did, say, California buy far more often than any other state in the Union? In this video, we'll use data from a study published by Popular Mechanics that investigates which car was the most distinctive in each state, along with the normal vehicle registration statistics. So without further ado, let's discuss America's unofficial state cars. Starting off with Alabama, the Kia Forte comes in at number 1. With an MSRP of $18,000, the Kia Forte sells at 286% of the national average. In Alaska, the $27,000 Subaru WRX sells at 341% of the US national average. In Arizona, the Fiat 500L, going for $22,000, sells at 238% of the national average, while the Fiat 500 sells at 1.7 times the national average. In Arkansas, the $34,000 Sierra 1500 is the most popular vehicle sold. In California, the Tesla Model S, retailing at $74,500, has more than 3 times the market share of its national average. Electric vehicles in general are popular in California thanks to its zero-emission vehicle mandate. In Colorado, the Nissan Xterra, with an MSRP of $34,000, sells at 424% of the national average. With an MSRP of $24,800, the Nissan Rogue is the most popular vehicle sold in Connecticut based on new car registrations in 2016. In Delaware, the Volvo S80, going for $50,450, sells at 345% of the national average. Fun fact, the Aston Martin Vantage's market share is more than 2.5 times the national average. In the state of Florida, the $83,100 BMW 760 sells at 623% of the national average. Additionally, 3 Rolls-Royce models, including the Phantom, Ghost, and Wraith, all have market shares in Florida more than 3 times their national averages. In Georgia, the Nissan Leaf sells at 1,500% of the national average, thanks in part to a recently discontinued $5,000 tax credit towards the purchase of an electric vehicle. The Toyota Tacoma, costing $25,550, is the most popular vehicle sold in Hawaii based on new car registrations in 2016. With an MSRP of $19,000, the Honda Civic is the most popular vehicle in Idaho. In Illinois, the Dodge Caravan sells at 291% of the national average, while the Mitsubishi Outlander and Outlander Sport both have market shares more than twice the national average. In Indiana, the Buick Encore sells at 249% of the national average. In the state of Iowa, the Chevy Impala, with an MSRP of $28,000, is the most popular vehicle based on new car registrations in 2016. In Kansas, the Toyota Camry, priced at $24,000, is the most popular vehicle based on new car registrations in 2016. In Kentucky, the Kia Rio sells at 229% of the national average. In Louisiana, the BMW 760 sells at 854% of the national average, based on new car registrations in 2016 at a starting price of $32,200. The Silverado 1500 is the most popular vehicle sold in the state of Maine. At a price of $24,250, the Honda CR-V is the most popular vehicle sold in Maryland based on new car registrations in 2016. The Toyota Corolla, priced at $18,700, is the most popular vehicle in Massachusetts. Priced at $22,000, the Chevy Malibu is the most popular vehicle in Michigan. In Minnesota, the $28,000 Ford Taurus sells at 271% of the national average. In addition, the Silverado and the Ford F-Series each have market shares more than 1.5 times their national averages. In Mississippi, the $33,000 Nissan Maxima sells at 484% of the national average. In the state of Missouri, with an MSRP of $27,000, the Dodge Caravan sells at 208% of the national average. In Montana, the $32,000 Ram 1500 sells at 400% of the national average. Fun fact, in Montana, 3 exotic cars, including the Ferrari F12, Porsche 918, and Aston Martin Vanquish, sell at more than 5 times their national averages, with the Ferrari F12 selling at more than 9 times its national average. However, this is likely due to the fact that Montana levies no sales tax and allows owners to form LLCs to register their supercar in Montana, even if their main residence is in another state. In Nebraska, with an MSRP of $51,000, $400,000, the Chevy Suburban sells at 260% of the national average. Also, the Silverado and the Ram 1500 each sell at a rate more than twice their national averages. In Nevada, the $22,000 Fiat 500L sells at 388% of the national average. Additionally, in Nevada, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, Bentley Mulsanne, and Continental sell at more than twice their national rates. In the state of New Hampshire, with a price tag of $38,250, the Volvo V60 sells at 597% of the national average. In the state of New Jersey, the $72,000 Audi S6 sells at 260% of the national average. In New Jersey, 6 Audi models, including the S6, A4, A5, A3, and Q7, each sell at a rate more than twice their respective national averages. In New Mexico, priced at $21,000, the Buick Verano sells at 415% of the national average. With an MSRP of $19,000, the Honda Civic is the most popular vehicle in New York based on new car registrations in 2016. In the state of North Carolina, the Honda Accord, priced at $24,000, is the most popular vehicle based on new car registrations in 2016. In North Dakota, the $67,000 Yukon Denali sells at 567% of the national average. In the state of Ohio, the $18,000 Chevrolet Cruze sells at 201% of the national average. In Oklahoma, with an MSRP of $52,000, the Ford Expedition sells at 266% of the national average. Based on new car registrations in 2016 at a starting price of $32,200, the Subaru Outback is the most popular vehicle sold in the state of Oregon. In Pennsylvania, the $21,000 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport sells at 298% of the national average. In the state of Rhode Island, priced at $17,000, the Hyundai Elantra Coupe sells at 452% of the national average. In South Carolina, the $21,000 Ford F-150 is the most popular vehicle sold based on new car registrations in 2016. In South Dakota, the $50,000 Lincoln MKT sells at 641% of the national average. In South Dakota, the Aston Martin Vanquish and DB9 each have market shares more than 5 times their respective national averages. In the state of Tennessee, costing $23,000, the Nissan Altima is the most popular vehicle in the state. In the state of Texas, the $28,000 Ford F-150 is the most popular vehicle sold based on new car registrations. In the state of Utah, with an MSRP of $22,300, the Volkswagen Touareg sells at 366% of the national average. The Subaru Legacy, priced at $23,000, is the most popular vehicle in Vermont. In Virginia, the $44,000 Audi S3 sells at 346% of the national average. In Washington, the $30,000 Nissan Leaf sells at 407% of the national average. Not surprisingly, 3 electric cars, including the Nissan Leaf, BMW i3, and Tesla Model S, each sell at a rate more than twice their national averages in the state of Washington. This is probably due to the fact that in Washington, all electric cars are exempt from state motor vehicle taxes and use tax. With an MSRP of $18,000, the Ford Focus is the most popular vehicle in West Virginia based on new car registrations in 2016. In Wisconsin, the $21,000 Dodge Caravan sells at 388% of the national average. In addition, the Rolls-Royce Phantom sells at more than twice the national rate. Lastly, with an MSRP of $32,365, the Ford Explorer is the top pick in the state of Wyoming. Well guys, that's the unofficial list of the most popular cars in each state. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you come from one of these states, which I'm pretty sure you guys do. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like what you see at the channel, subscribe. Also, don't forget to put post notifications on so you don't miss an upload. Until next time.